Good evening. Happy Thursday. Been a long week for most of us. I know that. One second. Gonna give everybody 1 second to reach us. There we go. I know that it's been a long week for all of us. We've had a lot of family in town. We've ate a lot of turkey, and now you've probably have gotten the alerts for the changes in the forecast that are going to be happening over the course of the next couple of days. And we are going to jump into those changes so that you can better plan ahead. There's a lot going on. There's some cold air moving in, and we do have a couple of first alerts. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Check it out. There's a lot of people that are joining us right now live on our YouTube stream. I see a lot of you right now. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to pop them down there for me. I will get to them as soon as I look down. Also, good evening to everybody that's joining us at home on Atlanta News First, on Roku, Amazon, all of those other different streaming devices. So things are looking pretty good right now. First alert, satellite and radar showing a couple of clouds, but we are rain free. That will continue to be the case as we head through the next few hours. But we are keeping our eyes on this disturbance. Listen, this has been a slow moving upper level low pressure system. You can see it centered across the Ohio River Valley. Folks that are in Illinois, Indiana, picking up on some snow and some rain, some light showers moving through the mid south to some of our folks that we know out in Memphis. They're dealing with some rain. Colder air building in, and they're going to get that first shot of seeing some flurries in the mid-south. But as we head later into the week, we're going to get that chance closer to North Georgia. Right now, we are dealing with temperatures that are cooler than they were yesterday. If you joined us yesterday evening, we're talking about a 5-degree temperature drop. So feeling a little chilly out there. If you have any dinner plans, we're down to 46 already in Atlanta, but just down the street in Peachtree City at 40 degrees. 41 over in Cartersville, 43 Kennesaw, 44 Marietta, Chamblee, and already in the upper 30s in the North Georgia mountains. So we are talking 36, 37, Ellijay, and Blairsville. It's going to be a cold start to the day tomorrow. I know a lot of folks are going to be getting on the roads, maybe heading back to their respective destinations, going back home, and then some of us are just going to be going to work. And if you're doing that, bundle up. I think that you're going to be using the remote start for the vehicles, as temperatures are just going to be freezing across most of the region. 33 degrees for the start of the morning. And if it were just the cold, we probably wouldn't have first alerted to 33 degrees, but we are talking about it being a little bit breezy. So that means those wind chills are going to be a factor. The feel-like temperature, what your body actually feels because of the wind blowing your barrier of heat away from your body, is going to be in the 20s. And also, there's going to be a little bit of moisture moving in, and some of our communities could see a few flurries. And that's going to be the theme of not only your Friday forecast, but heading into Saturday as well. The cold air dominating, a little bit of a wind chill, and then also the potential for some flurries. Looks like the flurry opportunities Saturday will be mainly at the higher elevations, but we'll see things start to dry out as we head towards Sunday. We'll dive into your New Year's Eve forecast, and by New Year's Day, we are watching a low-end chance for a few showers. So let's get you through the next 24 hours. And admittedly, I've turned off the clouds here. There are going to be some clouds around tomorrow, but I wanted you to be able to see more clearly the potential for flurries. Once again, this is going to be a low-impact first alert, but because we hadn't seen flurries already, this season, it makes it story-worthy. So bear with us as we give you this hour-by-hour breakdown as we head through your Friday. So some flurries going to be possible. You can see mainly in the North Georgia mountains. I'm looking at you out in Fannin, Gilmer, Gordon counties, Pickens, Dawson County, as well as Lumpkin, White County, Union Towns. That's going to be the best opportunity to see some of these flurries as we head into the day. And we're watching the 12 o'clock time frame because that's whenever we'll start to see some of that moisture build in, and that potential is only going to be greater as we head into the evening. So same counties, but look at 5 o'clock. You can see that not really moving a whole lot. So could expect a little bit of accumulation at the higher elevations. That's not going to accumulate in the metro, so no worries there. It's going to take the higher elevations to see anything accumulate because the ground temperatures are not going to be cold enough the further you get into the metro. So it's going to be cold, too. Winds are going to be whipping. We're talking about 20, 25, near 30 miles per hour wind gusts at times in the afternoon, and that's going to really usher in that colder air. That west-northwesterly breeze is going to give you that sting. It's going to add that chill. So that's why there is a first alert as we head into your Friday. Look at those wind chills at 8 o'clock, feeling like 27 degrees here in Atlanta. And if you're outside of the city, that number is going to be a couple degrees cooler. So we're expecting morning wind chills area-wide to be in the low to mid-20s to start off the morning. And despite temperatures climbing and struggling to get to the mid-40s in the afternoon, those wind chills only top out in the 30s. So it's going to be cold all day. So thicker coats, the gloves, all of that is going to be in your forecast. Even heading into the evening, there's a lot going on tomorrow night. I know T.I. is hitting the stage at Atlanta Symphony Hall at 8 o'clock. If you were doing that, 40 degrees but feeling like 35, just remember to bundle up. As we head into your Saturday, that first alert continues. You can see that the wind chill will still be a factor. It will not be as big of a factor as it will be tomorrow, but cold numbers despite getting a little bit of break in the clouds in the morning. 36 degrees here in Atlanta. 33 in LJ. You can see there is a little bit of moisture around again on Saturday. Really going to be watching that potential to see some mix. And some of that mix could make its way into northern metro. So you can see that in the form of sleet pellets, grapple as we head through the first half of the day. And then we'll start to lose that precip as we get closer to 5 o'clock. Temperatures struggle to get into the mid-40s again. I think we'll get there in some places. Most locations only top out in the low 40s with feel-like numbers again in the 30s. So I don't know what y'all have planned to do this weekend. I'm thinking about making some gumbo tomorrow. If gumbo is not your thing, I understand. Only people from the great state of Louisiana, as I always tell my colleague Terry, can really, really make a good down-home gumbo. I can. No worries there. But you know what? Stick to chili. You know, that's something that everybody can do, Terry. A nice, hearty chili is good on a cold day. Green light to do that. Or, you know, I've heard other folks talk about lasagna soup. I love lasagna. I like soup. Let's try lasagna soup. It's going to be cold, and that's really going to be the takeaway, guys. Do something that makes you happy and stay inside and stay warm. So as we head throughout the day, I know the big question is there going to be accumulation? We're not expecting any accumulation in the metro, but once we get to the higher elevations, we could see some areas pick up less than an inch, pretty much, you know, quarter inch, maybe half inch at those higher elevations. Folks are used to dealing with that out there, but hey, if you have family, taking them out to the mountains this weekend, I think it'll make for beautiful scenery. Good luck. Just wanted to give you the green light on that. I know another reason that a lot of you are joining us, especially on YouTube, is because you are trying to make plans for New Year's Eve. And I have that hour-by-hour play of when I expect most of you to be out in the streets. Starting with the 6 o'clock hour, partly cloudy, 51 degrees, not bad. We'll see the temperatures start to fall into the upper 40s by the 8 o'clock hour, and those numbers will continue to fall as we head into the evening. I want to give you a heads up. Guidance is hinting at about a 10 to 15 miles per hour wind gust, so that means we could have a little bit of a wind chill factor here, but I don't expect it to be more than 3 or 4 degrees cooler than the actual temperature. So by around midnight, when we are toasting in 2024, we'll be at 42 degrees, roughly feeling like 38, 39 degrees. So I do think it's going to be a great night to get out and about. I know that we are not having the peach drop, but there's still a lot of activities going on. You know, friends, families, gatherings, all of those things. Just remember to bundle up. We're keeping it dry through all of those celebrations. So even heading into the 2 o'clock hour, temperatures fall into the low 40s. We're going to see the clouds build in, and those clouds are actually going to help us out a little bit. We always say that the clouds at nighttime act as our thermal blanket. They do. They essentially trap the heat near the surface, so that allows those overnight numbers not to fall as much, which is great news. And then as we head into New Year's Day, we'll only get to about 50 degrees, and we're actually tracking about a 30% chance of showers. We may have to bump that up a little bit. Some of the models have been very aggressive with this rain chance on Monday. It's looking like a little bit of moisture. I don't expect it to be a big deal, not too impactful. Still pleasant enough for you to cook your cabbage. Drop down in the comments right now. I'm from Louisiana, and I know we have a lot of weird things that we do, cultural, nice things that we do. Drop down in the comments and tell me if you have any New Year's traditions. At my house, you always ate a green because it stood for money, I believe, and then you always ate black-eyed peas, and I think that stood for health. I'm not sure. If that sounds vaguely familiar to you, there's a lot of you watching right now on YouTube. Drop down in the comments. I'm looking right now to see if y'all agree or disagree, and it's okay for you to disagree with me. If you have a different New Year's Eve, New Year's Day tradition, you know, drop down in the comments. If you plan on going to watch night service, tell me that, or if you plan on turning up, tell me that too. In any case, here's your 7-day forecast so that you can make those plans to do whatever you fancy as we ring in the new year. Just know that we do have 2 first alerts the next couple of days because the temperatures are cold and we're going to be dealing with a little bit of moisture around. So these are low impact first alerts, but still you want to know before you go, right? You want to know before you walk to the door tomorrow that it's going to feel like the 20s outside when you open it. We have to mentally prepare for that. So first alert for that, wind chills are going to be very cold. And then there's also going to be the potential for flurries, not only Friday, but Saturday as well as that cold air sticks around. Sunday's looking pretty good. Not as chilly. We'll get into the low to mid 50s across most of the region. Lots of sun. Good day to get out and about. Maybe do a Saturday or a Sunday fun day. Brunch, all of those good things. As we head into the evening hours, the temperatures trend cooler. We're going to be watching for that rain chance on New Year's Day. And then looking down the pipeline, we're watching Wednesday into Thursday. There's going to be an area of low pressure that develops somewhere to the south and west, and tracking that out is going to determine exactly how high our rain chance goes. Right now, there's 6 or 7 models that are disagreeing. All of them have different resolutions. We do think that we'll be close enough to see some showers across parts of our area. If we do believe that more of you will be impacted by that rain, specifically on Thursday, we will increase that rain chance. And if that is the case, we will probably have to first alert it because it looks like it could get a little messy. Right now, 7 days away. This is just something that we're watching right now with a 30% chance of showers, and if that changes or when that changes, we'll be the first to let you know, not only here on this stream and on YouTube and on Facebook, but also on our First Alert weather app, which you can download by scanning the QR code in the corner or just going to the Google or Apple store. Our team of 7 meteorologists, we update that app religiously throughout the day. We update our rain chances. We update your temperatures. We give you a forecast down to your location, to your zip code. And I don't want to say this, but that Apple app that a lot of y'all have on your phones, Google how accurate that is, and you'll see the percentage of error. And then you can Google our percentage of error, and we are Georgia's most accurate. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this 7-day forecast so that you guys can plan ahead, do your screenshots. It was fun having fun with y'all today. I see that the folks on YouTube aren't really chatting with me tonight, and it's okay. I get it. It's the end of the year, and y'all are preparing for the cold, and y'all don't like me right now, and I understand because I don't like me when I have to say that it's going to be cold, but here we are. Here's your 7-day forecast, guys, and I will see you tonight on Peachtree TV at 10. Me and meteorologist Fred Campagna are going to be tag teaming that show, and then you can catch our final forecast of the night on Atlanta News First at 11. See you later.